Hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. Now I'm standing out here in the middle of the night, not just for any vehicle, but this is one of America's favorite vehicles. This is the 2025 Honda CR-V, and hundreds of thousands of you guys pick this every single year. So we thought you guys might want to see what it looks like at nighttime. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's review. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and get started, as always, by talking about what happens when you approach the vehicle. Now, this is the fully loaded Sport Touring CR-V. We're not going to have any approach lighting or anything like that. Really nothing in this segment does. However, when I unlock the vehicle, we will see that the headlights go ahead and turn on. That's going to definitely help illuminate whatever you're walking into or walking around. You've got some nice headlights there, and also your taillights will go ahead and illuminate as well. Now, if I open up the door, let's take a look inside. You will find a lot of LED illumination. We'll talk all about that when we talk about the inside of the CR-V at night, but first we want to go ahead and start by the exterior and talking about what you're going to find there. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up. So looking at the exterior of this Honda CR-V, of course, it's going to have a really cool look to it. You know, it's not anything too crazy, and here at nighttime you're not going to find too crazy of a design either. Now here for the Sport Touring we have a fully blacked out grille. It's going to have a nice overall shape to it, and I do want to talk about your lighting because that's of course what's different about this Honda CR-V at nighttime. So take a look at our headlights. We do have standard LED reflector headlights, standard on every single CR-V, including this Sport Touring. So that's going to mean that you have the two beams right here. Your middle beam is actually for your high beam, which is also going to be a reflector LED. Then up here at the top, this is your daytime running light. Now, as far as how good these headlights are, over the past week, or actually 2 weeks that we've had this Honda CR-V, I found them to be pretty effective at nighttime, even though they're reflector compared to projector on some of the competition. Now, as you can see, we do have an LED daytime running light, or excuse me, an LED turn signal up top as well. And then moving around to the side, you'll find a fully blacked out wheel for the Sport Touring. It's going to be the largest wheel you can get in the lineup at 19 inches. And then here are your mirrors. They're going to have a gloss black finish to them. You're also going to have a turn signal indicator, heated, and it's also going to have blind spot monitoring. However, keep in mind, no auto dimming, which is really not expected in this segment at all. Now, as we walk around to the rear of the CR-V, we're going to find that signature design. And I have to say, I think the rear of this vehicle looks super premium at nighttime because you have really big tail lights, and they're also going to be mostly LED. So you're seeing that right now. We have LED accenting all through here, and you kind of have like an L-shaped design. I really like the way this looks. It reminds me of a Volvo at nighttime. And then as far as the turn signal, that is going to be incandescent, but you do have a LED reverse light, which I do appreciate. You're also going to have LED license plate lighting, which is something that is commonly cheaped out on in this segment. And if I go ahead and pop open the tailgate here, if the car will let me, it's actually locked, so I'm going to have to go unlock it. Now that I've got it unlocked, I can go ahead and pop open the power tailgate. It does also have the hands-free ability. And inside of here, I'm happy to tell you, Honda hasn't cheaped out on the lighting. You have really good illumination from LED bulbs on both sides. That's going to really work to illuminate the entire rear of the vehicle. We have a lot of space as well, about 76 cubic feet, which is a class-leading figure. I do want to point out, though, no lights up here in the tailgate itself. That is sometimes nice to have that kind of cast down so you don't step in a puddle while you're loading something inside. But other than that, really good lighting. And let's go ahead and check out the inside and see how good it is in there. If you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We may be young, but we love cars.
And we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family. Let's learn a lot, have some fun with all the latest cars. All right, and let's go ahead and see what the interior is like. So as I unlock the vehicle, Once again, you're going to see all of those LED lights go ahead and turn on and really illuminate where you're getting into. So I really do like that. Honestly, that's pretty uncommon in this segment to have as much LED lighting as you do have in here. Honestly, it's a little bit too bright at times. Now, if you want to see what this vehicle is like in the daytime, I do want to point this out. We do have a full dedicated week-long review on the channel, so go ahead and find that if you want to know all the nitty-gritty details. In this video, we're going to be mainly focused on just the lighting. Once I shut up the door, you'll see that we have a nice little animation on the gauge cluster. It even says hybrid right there. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So now I moved into a first-person perspective so I can explain all of the interior cabin details. Now I want to just go ahead and first start by looking at the windshield. Here are what your headlights look like. Like I mentioned on the outside, these are reflector LEDs, which typically isn't as good as a projector LED, but I have to say these are pretty solid for a reflector setup. Overall, I'd give it a grade of like a B rating. It's not exceptionally good, but it's also not bad at all. If you flip the high beams on, there's your high beam. As you can see, it does illuminate a pretty good distance, and I'll go ahead and insert a clip of driving on a country road at nighttime to give you a better reference point. I do want to also point out you're not going to have a head-up display on the CR-V. That's actually not an available feature. And then if we look at our gauge cluster, of course this looks quite nice at nighttime. It's going to have a nice premium white illumination here on the right side, which is actually a physical gauge cluster design. On the left side, though, you have a customizable display. You can scroll through quite a bit of different information in this part to customize it to whatever you may want. I have to say the resolution is pretty good. Now coming back to the steering wheel, it's going to be a nice Honda design. It's also going to be heated, so that's nice that we're getting that in the Sport Touring grade. It's leather wrapped as well. All of our buttons are going to be finished in a premium white color. I do like that. Some of the other brands, they like to give like orangey color. I think that looks a little bit cheaper, so I like the white finish that the CR-V is giving you. Over here on the side, you also have more white buttons including for your memory seats. Your window switches are also going to be illuminated, and I also like that for your door handles, you know where to grab because it does have a nice little light in there. So that's a little bit of a premium touch. No ambient lighting inside the cabin, so keep that in mind. It's not going to have any like just pure accent lighting. As far as the center console, let me open that up. No lights in here, so it's going to be pretty dark. In front of that, the cup holders are also going to be dark, but we do find some lights up here for our drive mode controller, our electronic parking brake and brake hold. And then up in this part where you store your phone, it's also a wireless phone charging pad. That's going to be illuminated. As you can see, we have a light bulb kind of casting down to make sure you know where you're putting your stuff. Now your shifter is going to be a physical style shifter. So just pull back for drive. No electronic stuff going on here. And then if we go up to reverse, here's what your backup camera is going to look like. It's not the best resolution in the daytime, and at nighttime it definitely starts to get a little crunchy. We do have active trajectory, but we do not have a 360 camera, so keep that in mind. Definitely some of the competition will give you a better quality camera resolution-wise, as well as 360 ability. Now if we go back into park, let's take a look at our climate controls. I love this panel. That's something that I love in all Honda products. It has a really nice clicky sensation. It reminds me of a German luxury vehicle. All of the buttons here are going to be finished in a nice white color. As you can see around the light climate switches, it's a real premium white ring. Off to the side, we have our 3-stage heated seats. No ventilated seats are offered on the CR-V. And then as we head up to the screen itself, we have pretty good resolution on this. It's also going to look good at nighttime. It's a 9-inch display. It runs wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. As you can see, I can go into that interface right there. Functionality has been nothing but great over the last several weeks that we've had this vehicle. So really not a lot to complain about other than the fact that you don't get this on all models. You pretty much have to go to the top end models to get this display. Now, Up top, we do have an auto-dimming interior mirror. We are missing out on the HomeLink garage door opener, so you have to pay extra for that. And then up here, you do have a button to manually turn on, individual LED lights. You can also just turn the switch right there, and that's going to turn on all the lights for the cabin, which does make it really bright. Like I mentioned earlier, it's almost too bright. I actually drove this car to the airport at like 5 a.m. and it blinded me as I got in the vehicle. It was a little bit of a rude awakening. And then up here at the top, we do have a standard size moonroof. Let's check out the back seats. If I open that door up, the door does open like at a 90-degree angle, which is really nice. As far as the rear seats are concerned, we do have some nice illumination right there in the center. It's going to pretty much illuminate the entire rear. Let's hop back here. Of course, it's incredibly comfortable. If you want to learn all about that, of course, watch our daytime review, but there's a ton of space. And then here's what your interior looks like at nighttime. Like I said, it probably could benefit from maybe some ambient lighting, but overall it looks nice and premium. As far as features, we do have vents. They're not going to have illumination, but our USB ports are illuminated, so I like that. Here in the rear, we do have a illuminated switch for our window control. However, we're not going to have the illumination for our door handle, so we're going to only have that feature up in the front. As you can see, you can really see the door handle well up there, and here in the back, you can't see it. We also do have nice fold-down center armrests with cup holders inside, and then here's your switch to turn on and off the rear illumination. No heated rear seats are offered on this new generation CR-V. So overall, when it comes to lighting here at nighttime, the CR-V is pretty impressive. It leaves a little bit to be desired. Some of the other options in the segment will give you a little bit more lighting, but overall it feels premium and looks premium at nighttime. And guys, that's going to be where we wrap up our night review of the 2025 Honda CR-V. Now, of course, it's a very popular vehicle, and we hope you enjoyed seeing what this vehicle is like at nighttime. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're looking to buy a Honda CR-V or any new vehicle, we would encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes. Now, the reason you do that is because we have a tool on our website that will connect you with local car dealers in your area to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool for dealership negotiation. If you'd like to take advantage of that, a link is provided in our video description, and we also have a pinned comment at the top of this video. And guys, if you're not already a part of our family, we'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below. If you are a part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support. You make things possible like this, where we can get this vehicle down to Kentucky. We're going to sample it out for actually multiple weeks and give you guys the most real-world impressions. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're already a part of our family, thank you. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies. Good night.